Okay, so it is Tuesday, June 28th, and this is the Wildflower Tribe team call. Well, before we get started, does anyone have any recognition? I don't think so, but does anyone have anything that they want to shout out? No? Okay. So I wanted to share tonight about a attribute that I feel looking back, I don't know, I want to rewind, I guess, and start with telling you I reached a pretty big milestone for me. I haven't reached it, but I feel like I am like this, like I can start tasting it. And it really shook me, and it was a kind of a combination of a few things that happened this week where I almost reached this big goal that I set for my 30th birthday, which is in a month and a half, which is wild. And I took my son to my first movie, and I don't know, I know that might sound really lame to you, but I might even cry again for the love of God. Sorry, but I was taking him to the first movie, and I went with my husband, and the movie was starting, and he was making all of these expressions and watching everything happen like it was Finding Dory, and his eyes were just lighting up, like, holy, I'm in this movie, like, what is, and I started thinking, like, I just started replaying all of the moments that I've gotten to be a part of because of this, because I took a chance, because I started believing in myself. And I think just seeing that, and then also I went on a hike with a friend, and she was talking about her life, her and her husband's life, and she said something like, you know, it's just so hard because at the end of the night, we come home, we're both so exhausted, we pick the kids up from daycare, we give them a bath, we make dinner, and we put them in bed. And that's it. She was like, that's all the time I have with them. And it just like shook me, because I realized and again, you know, and that's something that I know my life would look like that. This isn't like, my income isn't an income that we could afford to not have, even way back before, when my original goal was to literally make $500 a month so that I could feel like, okay, I don't have to that's how much I would have made after factoring daycare costs in my full-time job, $500. So I was like, okay, if I can at least make that, it's fine. I can stay home. I'm making the same amount, yada, yada. It'll suck, but whatever. And so I know my life would have looked like that. So I want to share with you what my life looked like, first and foremost, when I decided to be a coach as a full-time employee, working as a housekeeping manager. And I know a lot of you know that that is what I did, but I woke up every day at 6 a.m., took a bus 2 hours to work. I worked a job that I hated. My boss was a complete dickhead, like real bad, like made me feel like shit. Like he would get so angry, he would stop talking to me and or throw things around the room. Like not a healthy situation. And I worked all day to get again on the bus, to leave sneakily early so that I could go in traffic back to the daycare, pick up Aiden, take him on the bus back to our house, and then walk a 3/4 of a mile most of the time in the friggin' rain home to my house. So my day was insane. And I, of course, was like, well, whatever, I'm going to add this onto the list. So I added this on because I was just in that place of desperation where I needed something, right? So I did my power hour in chunks, like you guys probably heard on the wake up call. If you listened to that one about working full time, I did it when I could. I listened to every single call, every call. I never missed a call. Even if a lot of times my son was sitting next to me on the bus and I was listening with earplugs on the way home, on my commute home. Like no matter what, if I was walking in the rain with my rain jacket on, I was listening to a call. But I think when I look back at that time, I think to myself, okay, I know you guys have heard this a million times, but what maybe you didn't realize or haven't really thought is that I'm not I'm not anyone special. Like, I never thought I was special. I never have been really awesome at anything. My dad was super strict on me and really judgmental. He's a judge. So that, I mean, enough said. Like, he's a, I got out of a relationship before Ryan where I legitimately was told, hey, let me give you a book list, because if I feel like maybe you read this book list, we can maybe be on the same page and you'll be smart enough for me to actually commit to this relationship. So I didn't exactly have the confidence coming into this or anything. Really bad, like really bad, Katie. That's just the tip of the iceberg. But I didn't have the confidence going into this that I was going to be super successful, what I believed, and what I think, you know, as I start chatting with you guys this evening, what I want you to see is that when I saw Dana, and I hope that you feel this way about me, I didn't think that, this isn't rude, like I didn't think Dana had anything special either. It just was her drive. Like, it's her determination and her decision. It was her decision to commit to her future, just the same as it's mine. And we all have that in us. We all have that ability to commit and decide to do anything it takes to be successful at this. So I started out doing, like I said, everything that Dana told me to do, right? I did the vital behaviors every single day. I found out what my why was. I looked at my vision. I used that as fuel. I set my goals. I did my personal growth. I worked out, right? I invited, even though I hated it. I did those things every day, because I thought, you know, if I really want to give this a fair shot, I'm not going to half-ass it. I'm going to see if this is going to work by doing what is required of me, because I have committed. So I did those things, but I also did things that my coach didn't tell me to do, right? I tried to figure out how to run the best possible challenge groups. That stressed the shit out of me from the very beginning. I wanted to run the best possible group. I read tons of books I listened to a lot of podcasts on social media, because I never posted on social media, and that also was really scary to me. I read sales books because I really believed that at the root of all of this was an ability to have a knack for sales. I sent gifts and cards to every single one of my challengers when I started. I compared myself to other people along the way all the time. I would stalk people and snapshot their screens, their ads. And I told myself I would make a folder of all of these ideas, but I never made a folder. I had become a little bit obsessed, to be honest, with comparing. And I started a business page. My mom is here. I tried to figure out how to use ads, business page on Facebook. I started a blog. Hi, Mima. I created my own webinar and my own sneak peek and my own trainings, even though Dana was like, whoa, woman, like, I have all that. I got it covered, you know? And when I realized, like, when I look back at all those things, I realized that I did all of those things, some healthy, some not so healthy, because I was searching for confidence. I wanted to feel confident that what I had was not selling. I wasn't selling a coach opportunity. I wasn't selling a challenge pack. I wasn't selling my lifestyle. I wanted to know that I had something truly to give. I wanted to be able to show the world on social media, my challengers, my coaches, thanks, Mom, that I was good enough, and I was determined to do all of that with confidence. Hey, I'm going to do this call. This is my one call a week. I'm going to go because Okay. Hey, sorry, 1 second, guys. Okay, thank you for that. My mom brought me fruit and LaCroix. What a lady. Hi. Bye. Love you. Yeah, love you. Thanks, Mom. So I wished and compared for a really long time, but I did more than wish, and I think that is the difference. I used that wish for the confidence, that gap between where I was and where I wanted to be as fuel. every single day. I looked at the top coaches and I knew what I told you. I knew they had nothing special. And once if you guys go to Summit, you'll see for yourselves what I'm talking about. They're not, they are not, I'm sorry, I had to. But seriously, they don't have anything special. What they have is resiliency and a determination to become confident, positive, inspiring. They are determined, get this, here it is, to make an impact, right? An impact, no, in all of it. When I think about, sorry, are you all right? You good? Okay.
I can't give food.
When I think about my story then and my story now, I see the same person, which is crazy to me, but I've invested my time and my energy, and I've invested in my mindset. I've not always been so sure of what has created the most ability for me to make an impact. Sorry, guys. Hey, give me that, please. Sir, give that to me. Thank you.
But I have to put it in the fridge.
Nah, we're gonna eat some, so that's okay. Okay. Okay.
And a big watermelon.
Oh, thank God for those workouts, because like she's getting real heavy. Anyway. What I can see when I look back is that it wasn't anything that I did except for my resiliency, my mindset, and my belief that I could make an impact, right? And I think impact is the word that we need to be replaying in our minds over and over again. What can I do to make more of an impact? Where is my confidence? Is it at the place that it's going to give me that ability to impact as many lives as I can? So we need to believe these 5 things, right? We need to believe that we can help people achieve results in their fitness and health plans. We need to believe that we can help people build successful businesses, that our story, no matter how lame you think it is, because seriously, when I was starting out, I thought my story was so lame. But think about it, you know, and this is what I think now. I'm like, wow, when I started out, my story was lame because I was making, like, I thought it was so bad. Like, I was making no money. Who's going to relate to me? I'm not doing this. I'm just learning. I have no confidence. But now I'm like, holy shit, my story is crazy. Like, and that's what you have to realize is that this is all a part of your journey. Your story matters because people are following you from now until the day that you're a freaking badass, which you already are. But you know what I mean? They're watching it all. And whether or not you're telling people, yeah, consistency. Oh God, hang on. Watermelon crisis. So that was number 3, that our story matters. Number 4, that we can make an impact through our story, through our pieces. And that's why breadcrumbing is so, so important, because even though you don't think that you're showing this big change right now, over the course of the next year, when you're attracting those rock stars who are ready to run with you, they've seen you from day one. They've watched you grow into this incredible person, and maybe you're not every day shoving it in their face like, here I am, I made this much, and I did this thing, and I helped a challenger this week, and yada yada. Like, you're sharing bits and pieces, but they've watched it because they've watched your honesty. They've watched you grow. They've watched all of those things along the way. And number 5, that we have every ounce of what we need to be successful in this business inside of us. It is like here, and it is here, 150%. And if you don't believe that, you're never, ever going to be successful in this business. That is the number 1 thing that you need to focus on, because if you don't believe that you have what it takes, and that you know, and that doesn't mean that you have to know it right now. That means that you have to believe that you can learn anything that it is that you need to know. So those 5 things are what we need to believe to be successful, right? We also have to have that ability to shift out of our heads and into our hearts. And I posted in the team page today, and I actually heard this today, but it was exactly what happened to me when I was making my video yesterday, or I was thinking about my paycheck or whatever. I think Dana even said something like, operate with your heart. And she wrote something in her team page like, how many lives could you make an impact on? And I legitimately took out my list, and I thought to myself, who here on my list of friggin' so many people over the course of a wild amount of time could live a better life because of health and fitness programs or this opportunity? Like, everyone, right? Like, if you really believe in this and you believe in those 5 things, that you can help people get results, live a financially free life, that you can make an impact, that you can help people be happy and healthy, your list should be really freaking long. So you need to be able to make that shift from I'm going to operate from my head to I'm going to operate from my heart. Who can I make an impact on? Breadcrumbing, guys, on social media, which is sharing your story in little bits and pieces, it's not a game. That's it. That's what it's all about. It's keeping that in your mind. It's not how can I attract more people? It's how can I reach more people that I can help? What do my people need to hear? What do they need from me to make a difference in their lives? Sales isn't how we're doing it. It's legitimately believing that sales is always is the hump, the hurdle that we have to get over to be able to help people and make that change for them. It is what it is. We talk to people, we figure out what's going to work for them. It's not a sale. Like it's a way that we can help them change their entire lives. And when you can shift and really feel that, like someone reaches out to you and they're like, hey, what have you been doing? I need to lose weight. Freaking awesome. I need to lose weight. Let me help you because these programs rock. And I would have never in a million years been like, hey, Beachbody Home Fitness is where it's at, until I found this, and now I can share that with you. Confidence and belief is what's going to get you from point A to point B. And unfortunately, no one in this company is going to be able to give you that except for yourself. So you're the one that has the opportunity to reflect, right? This is something that I feel like when I look back, I always did a really good job of. And you can see that in certain times in your life, you're going to need certain things. In certain times in this business, you're going to be lacking in confidence, or you're going to be lacking in your ability to talk to people or lead a team or public speaking or whatever those things are. You have to be in tune with that. So here's what you have to do. You have to think about where you are and where you want to be, and think about how much, what that person is, that person, that you that's at the top, that's achieved your goals. What attributes and skills does that person have? So what does that gap look like? Well, that's where you need to focus your time, your energy, and your growth. Things you can do to be more confident and have more belief in yourself. This is what I truly believe made a big impact for me and started off this whole journey into being more confident. Run a group that you're proud of. Run a challenge group that you know will help people get results, and invest in your people. Invest your time. Check in on them. Don't half-ass it. Don't overcommit. Just help them get results. That's it. Like, that's our job. So we need to be confident in that before we can tell people, hey, do this thing with me, yada, yada. Like, you don't have to be like, it's not brain surgery. It's, hey, did you do text messages? Like, another thing I never did. Help them get results. Like, text them. Send them a voice message. Like, I never would do that for the longest time. And now I'm here telling you, like, just do it. Like, it's the only way you're going to grow, and it's the way you're going to help people feel so special. Send them a message. Hey, thinking about you. How'd it go today? How'd your nutrition go? Like, what did you need? Be a part of a team culture that you're committed to and that you're invested in and that you believe in. That's really affected you and giving you that sense of community and friendship that you know makes a difference in your life. That's us. We're a team. And like, we have each other in a way that is, I mean, I can just, I guess, speak for myself, but I felt so alone. I moved to Portland when I was doing that crazy commute, picking up my kid. I had nothing. I had no one. I had no friends. And this was everything to me. And when you can speak to that, Eden, please, I need the watermelon, please, for the, like, don't take the watermelon away. When you can speak to that community and you're confident in your ability to get results, hang on, guys, sorry. Eden. What are you doing? Where's the watermelon? Sorry, babe. All right. And you need to believe, like I said, that you can grow in all areas, that you know that the person that you're trying to be needs to be. I said that wrong. You need to believe that you can grow in all areas that it takes to be that person that you want to be. So think about these things. How does the me that has accomplished my goals act, spend their time, talk? The gap, like I said, is that focus. So when I wake up, if I'm scared about doing something, I think to myself, would the person that I want to be act this way? Would they be afraid? Or would they just freaking do it? Would they conquer the fear and get on with it and be confident in what we have? And then think to yourself, who do I want to attract onto my team? When I think about my team and the people I want standing beside me, I want people like me, right? Like, would people like me want me? Would they trust me? Would they think that I could guide them? Would the rock stars believe in me? Because a rock star doesn't believe in someone that doesn't think they're a rock star. So that's where it is. You have to see, people have to see and feel that you believe in yourself before they're going to trust you on this journey. So you need to not feel weirded out by asking people to join you, because you need to believe in our trainings, whether it be your trainings or our trainings as a team. If you're not happy with something in the team, like, that's what we're here for, to support each other. If you think it could be done better, then like, let's freaking connect and do it better. But you have to be able to say, hey, this is what it is. I have a training. It tells you everything you need to know. I can get you started. They need to feel that in you. They need to, okay. Sorry. Oh, and the other thing, sorry, I'm getting distracted because my crazy daughter, but you need to realize that what we're doing by breadcrumbing, by making an impact, by being coaches, by giving people challenge packs, is that we're giving them a solution to a problem that they face. We have a solution, and our stories on social media, in the world, in our team pages, in our challenge groups, that is what's going to help them see that they can do it too. Because guys, it's the same concept. They're seeing, because you're laying it out for them, the gap. And you're paving the way from where they are to where you are, and showing them that if you were there too, they can do that too. You need to be able to show them, and that's what breadcrumbing is all about. And inviting and sharing and speaking to your story and being relatable. It's about paving that way for them so they can see that closing that gap is possible. So that's why we share a problem that we have in mind and body and spirit, right? And it's a solution. Watermelon in a purple container. Completely accurate, by the way. So that aha moment for me, which I told you about in the team page, it was this. It was realizing that the only way that I'm going to be successful, that you're going to be successful, that our team is going to be successful in this business is if we're confident in our ability to make a freaking impact in the lives of everyone out there in the world, whether or not they want us or not. Someone's being touched, right? Every time we make a post that has our heart involved. It's our ability to make an impact to our challengers and actually freaking get them results and invest our time and energy in them. They're not just a number, they're a person, right? And to make an impact in our lives together. Our financial freedom, our ability to travel, our ability to stay home, whatever those things are. So you have to, like I said, all the watermelons down. Get out of your head and into your heart. Put your why and your goals in your heart and use them as fuel, but shift your mindset to be confident, to radiate confidence, and to believe that we have that solution that people are looking for, and that we all have the ability to make an impact in people's lives. So that is it. I feel like I just ended with like this fancy end to a speech, but okay, thank you. That is really what I wanted to share. Is I I think that a lot of times we think that we aren't enough, and that is our biggest hindrance in this business. Our stories aren't enough. We haven't had enough time. We don't have enough to show. We don't have this and that. Like, you have more than when you started, and whatever area that is to you, you know, like you have more. You wouldn't be doing this if you didn't have more of something. Happiness, community, maybe the income, whatever. Oh my God, whatever that is to you. So friendship, that's it. Does anyone have any questions? I just went on a really big rant, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. Almost 30, seriously. Did anyone see my kids last night on the call I did about coaching? Holy shit is all I have to say. Literally at one point they were throwing pineapple or watermelon at each other, and then they escaped, and I had to stop the live cast and be like, I didn't stop it. I just, like, you know, turned it towards me, and I was like, hey, my kids are trying to escape out the front door. Hang on a second while I trap them in with the dog gate. Like, that's what I say on live chat. No, it was not real. And then they were walking out of the door hand in hand, like one in diapers, one in underwear. And like I switched it around, and here they are, like oh, so professional. Anyway, what? Oh, wait, did you just turn 30? Oh, I didn't even, I was actually wondering about that when I saw it was your birthday. Man, I wish I would have made a bigger scene now. So they've just like done a little Spanish that I Googled. I don't know. Was that helpful to you guys? Or you just feel like, I mean, how do you feel? Anyone want to speak up? I hate the silence after a call. Okay.
No, it was great, Kelly. I think it's good to like look back and see the progress. I love that like you have something more now than when you began. That's really cool. So lots of really good tidbits. And also like I've felt that too, that like the people at the top aren't really better than anybody else. They've just been more dedicated or at it longer, or you know, just more consistent. And I think that's something that I realized from the beginning, because I recognized that in Bonnie Engel. She's not any better than anyone else. So
right.
Like you guys can do it too.
Right. And that's what I think is so cool is, I mean, when you have that connection with your coach, and that's something that we should all be striving for with everyone on our team, is just, you know, we show everyone, and it's the same thing, like it's leadership, you know, it's showing people in the challenge groups, people on social media, people in the coach page, that we're human beings who make mistakes, who don't always eat well, who, you know, like whatever it is, we've had missteps, but just the more you can be like, oh, that person's no different from me. They're just, you know, they've decided that they're going to do it no matter what, and they're committed and resilient. I think that's where the magic happens. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll let you guys go. Thank you for jumping on. I'll see you guys later.